All right. Hello, security token market. My name is Kyle Sonlin, and I am joined here for another amazing security token insiders interview. This time it's with Vincent Kong, who's the Chief Strategy Officer for Trucpal. Vincent, thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you, Cal. Thank you for your invitation. It's very exciting for me to join today's interview and hello everyone, the users from security token market. I'm Vincent and the Chief Strategy Officer of Trucpal.
Great.
Should I just keep
Sure,
myself?
Let's just dive right into it. I think that with our goal of security token market is to connect the global blockchain community specifically with real world investments. So I think it's really fun that we're starting to branch out into new issuers and new projects and things. So maybe just the best way to kick this off is tell the audience about your background and how you ended up with Trucpal.
Okay, thank you. So first, I think about myself. I joined the crypto industrials in early 2018. The first job I got is for BitPay Wallet. It is a famous crypto wallet in China. And then I joined the Props team. 2020. Props used to be a security token that registered under SEC Reg A+. I joined the Trucpal team in October 2021 last year. So working with the team to use a security token to incentive truckers and cooperatives who use our SaaS service.
Cool. And so can you tell us a little bit more, since you've joined Trucpal, what is Trucpal and what are you guys trying to accomplish?
Okay, so Trucpal is I maybe define it as a profit sharing SaaS platform designed for the Chinese freight market. So by using Trucpal, our users can access to all freight-related services and easily manage their finance and taxes. Our team has more than 9 years of experience in R&D and operations in the freight industrial. So as well as many years of blockchain research, we see the rapid development of tech, also the token economy as a new kind of incentive incentive model for business development, and the importance of compliance. Hence, we bring the Trucpal token to the Trucpal ecosystem. So we believe that we are choosing the best way for companies, users, and early supporters and members to digitalize the Chinese freight market.
Cool. So is Trucpal an existing business that's now launching a security token offering, or is this a new business and you're launching a token behind the new company?
It's Trucpal is we have the company the mother company is called HJC. It's based in Xiamen and it has a lot of years experience.
Okay, cool.
Operating in the Chinese freight market. And Trucpal is the new model that we use the security token to incentive the community.
Sure. So let's talk about that security token then. That's what everybody's here for and what people are excited about. Can you talk about any of the details on that offering and what's going to be going on with the token?
Okay, so let me talk about the token distributions first. So the total amount of Trucpal token will be 1 billion, and it will separate into 4 parts. The 20% will be given to Trucpal's shareholders, and 10% will be a reward to co-team members, advisors, and business partners. 50% will be reserved for Trucpal users and the community. So, and the rest, 20%, we will sell to our early investors. So, as I have mentioned before, Trucpal token is in compliance with the U.S. security law, which means for U.S. investors, the purchase is restricted to Regulation D under the Security Act, and the token will be subject to a lock period of 12 months following purchase. For non-US investors, the purchase is restrict to Regulation S on the Security Act. And the token may not be transferred to US person for a period of 12 months following purchase. So holders of a Trucpal token are entitled to receive 70% of qualifying revenues, the gross revenue generated from the SaaS platform, subject to taxes and withholdings.
Cool. Well, that's great. I mean, I think that I like to hear that you have a revenue share model as opposed to profit sharing. I think that in some of the, some of these different offerings I've seen before that have come to market, they focus on profit sharing, which I find is a model that maybe isn't quite as transparent when it comes to, how the business is performing and making sure that shareholders are entitled to their rights, right? You look at tech companies, most tech companies in the public markets aren't paying dividends for a reason. They tend to reinvest a lot of their assets into research and development and into expenses that, doesn't seem like that's necessarily the most, exciting term to provide to investors. Whereas revenue, that's just top line, that's coming in, and I like that that's being distributed. So 75% you said get distributed to token holders, of which you're selling 20% of that revenue to shareholders or to investors, excuse me. So that would put it at about 15% of the revenue of the company per year.
Yeah. So the total amount is 1 billion, and 20% will be sold to early investors. So all these token holders, no matter you get from you're a shareholder or you're a community member that you get from our app, through making contributions, no matter which way you get the Trucpal token, once you get it, you have the rights to share the profits. And 75% is a really big number. So which shows us that we have a really ambitious on this. We don't want to, squeeze every coins from the community and the users. We want to donate. It comes from them. We just remain, this is what the real crypto community likes. The founding team only remain a small percentage, but the community and the ecosystem itself will grow huge, much huge.
Yeah, I totally agree. And well, that's the cool thing about a security token versus, the cryptocurrency industry, where, you can build a community and all these great pieces that have been pioneered by crypto, but at the same time, you can actually give them revenue, right? You can have them be entitled to the success of the company instead of, I sometimes get frustrated when I see these $1 billion plus cryptocurrency market caps, and they don't actually own anything. There's no rights, there's no opportunity. It's community, which is fun, but I think that for a real investor, it's hard to wrap your head around how that makes a lot of sense from an investment perspective. And certainly right now we had a little bit of a correction in some of those markets, and I think people are realizing that it's all fun and games when things go well, but the reality is that I think that most investors feel much more comfortable when they have some asset behind their investment. So that's exciting stuff. Yeah. So tell me, what are you raising capital for? What's the plan? How much are you raising? You're doing 20%, so you're valuing your revenues long-term at certain value. Do you have any of that kind of stuff? Let's dive into the terms.
Okay. So for the capital that we're raising, I think we will mainly use in two parts. The first part is about R&D, the research and the development. We always want to better service our users and always maintain a competitive edge. So we need a skillful and professional development and research team to keep updating our apps. And the second is for marketing. To gain as much as users, our marketing team should advertise Trucpal online and offline. So currently we have our users and cooperatives in Shandong, Jiangxi, Fujian, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Sichuan province. So we are planning to extend our business in those areas. by adding like 15 franchises and 150 cooperatives in the first half year of 2022. So also achieve a monthly transaction volume over RMB 100 million in June, and extend our business nationwide in the second half of this year. So all those things that need to cost a lot of money. So once we get the money that rests from our investors, we will try our best to updating the platform, and also doing as much as promotions we could in China.
Right. Okay. Interesting. So let's dive into that really quickly. So $100 million or RMB, excuse me.
RMB, the Chinese yuan.
100 million RMB in transaction volume. Is that in terms of the actual cargo and shipping contracts, or what do you mean by transaction volume? Is it trading of the token? Is that revenue?
No.
What do you mean by that?
Actually, it's this means like if you're assuming that you are a truck driver, you may spend like you use Trucpal in different scenarios. First, like you may when you pay tax, you work for someone and you need to get an invoice, and you use that invoice to pay your tax. So let's assuming that this job paid like $2,000, and that will be a record into the apps. That the app will help to record every details that you spend in this month. It's like a financial tool. For you have a bank account. The bank help you to record every transactions. But for Trucpal, we also help you to track every transactions you made related to the freight, the cargos and the transportations.
Okay.
And also, other additional service, like in China, we have, like when you're adding fuel into your tank, you also maybe you buy monthly service, you buy a card that you deposit money there, and also when you're go to the highway in China, they also charge you money. So you also need a third party to offer you a card that you can deposit. So all those will be, we collect all the service into our app and make it a one-stop service for our users.
Certainly, if you're interested in investing or participating in Trucpal, make sure you go on their site. What site is that, by the way? Just halfway through the interview, we may as well plug in where they can find more information, just if they want to dive into some of that stuff.
Okay. It's we.hgc.com.
hgc.com.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great.
And it's wehgc.com.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so go there, and the link is going to be in the description as well for anybody that wants to check it out, and do more research on the terms and things like that. But they've got some exciting timelines, and so let's dive into Trucpal and the business a little bit. Could you give us kind of your vision for as Chief Strategy Officer, where do you see the business going, and what's the company strategy moving forward?
Okay, so for our like the Chinese free market is really huge, but it also exists issues like high fragmentation, low transparency, underutilization of assets, so cost of manual process and cumbersome taxation and compliance process. So our vision is to help uplift the Chinese freight industry to a better future. So for us, we think what we are doing, or what we can do, is to help accelerate the digital upgrade of the freight industry to make it much easier for our users to use our service and manage their finance and tax. So this is our mission. And our strategy is to build a preferred, shareable, and ecological operating system for the freight industry. Users can share the value of the Trucpal network they help to build, and also they can get the services and easily operate their own business through Trucpal.
Right. Interesting. Okay. So that's interesting. I mean, it makes a ton of sense. I know that I'm not quite as familiar with the Chinese freight system, but I certainly know here in the US, it's a multi-billion dollar industry and tends to be
Yeah.
one that they aren't quite as technologically advanced in terms of some of the software solutions they use and some of the payment processing systems that they use that building a solution that makes that easy to track and manage the expenses and what's going on inside of the platform makes a ton of sense and I think is an exciting opportunity.
Yeah. That's what happens in China.
So next question I have for you here is how have you seen the industry grow and progress and where do you see the shipping industry going in the future? Do you see this kind of increasing the demand and the opportunity in the industry that you're in?
Okay, yeah, definitely. So first, let me talk about the what I'm seeing about the crypto industry.
Cool.
Like crypto industry is really new and in its early stage. So I think every minute that there are new paradigms and technology innovations in this industry. So overturning people's prediction of existing business models and bring us new ideas. So Truckpal is aiming to use the advantage of blockchain tech and paradigms to help the Chinese freight industry. So this is what I'm saying about the whole industry. And also, we have seen the magic power of some like DeFi, NFTs, and the play to earn model and the community governance. So I think all of this can become the fundamental structure for the future business. The users can easily use financial tools to borrow money and compound their interest. Also, they have the rights to vote and governance the protocol they use. Except for the tech innovations, the compliance of our tokens also much more important. We have seen too many cases of running aways, losses, and safes in the crypto market. And the losses of those assets cannot be recovered. So which seriously damage the interest of investors. Therefore, a model of legal protection and technical to prevent crypto crime will definitely be adopted by the mainstream market.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, especially with security tokens, how,
Yeah.
you can't, we've talked about this on the security token show many times before, how you can't have your security tokens stolen, right? If you're an
Yeah.
in a
It was
company,
written by the contract.
right, you're entitled to the revenues of the business. Like you can't just like lose that and just be, out of luck, so I think that I totally agree that I see this as kind of a way to offer more legitimacy in terms of this industry because of the fact that there's a lot less fears around the security and anyone that's trying to steal or hack or anything like that. We can manage that much more effectively with a security token than you would with a cryptocurrency. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Also for me, I think so for maybe the crypto industrial and one part is belongs to the security token market. So for the crypto, without security, it's like a kind of test, like new innovations, ideas. You can test all the things that you want there. But when it come to, enter into the mainstream, no, you cannot just use a test to use in the mainstream market. You need the test with security and the compliance to guarantee the assets there.
I totally agree. I almost look at crypto as an industry as like that test that you were describing, right? Where it's like, we're not dealing with real assets. We're not dealing with anything that has any value. And like, at least now, certainly Bitcoin is expensive. But like when this whole thing started, whenever, 13 years ago, it was worth nothing. These were all it's all fake money, right? In a lot of ways. And so it allowed us to build a lot of the infrastructure without fear of losing someone's house, right? Or whatever. We could kind of test a lot of these things, before actually applying it to the real kind of investment world. I totally agree. I see it the same way. And, but it also is exciting because the security token industry is infinitely larger than what we're seeing in cryptocurrencies. I mean, you don't have to justify the value of fake internet money. You can actually take real businesses and actually apply real valuations to it, which is something exciting.
Yes.
So on that same note, and this is something exciting that I think that different companies and different platforms have a different perspective on. So I want to hear your thoughts. And let's talk about DeFi. So this is a security token. We're using blockchain and crypto technology. Do you have any plans to leverage some of these cool kind of DeFi opportunities, or is that something more down the line?
Yes, definitely. We will, try. I think actually, in the last question I have answered, I think, no matter it's DeFi or community governance, they are all will become the fundamental structures in the future business. Right. So no matter what you are doing, it's maybe, people used to work for you. But in the future, they feel they're play to earn. So, this, what happens now and in the future. So I think, definitely Trucpal will use DeFi in the future. It's more, because we will bring supply chain finance into the system and help our users to, no matter it's borrowing money or gathering money for their business. So definitely we will use this DeFi tool. But for now, that we don't go so that into that deep. For now, that what we are using is to create a Trucpal token. That the Trucpal token is a security token and it's under Reg D and Reg S. So no matter it's Reg D and Reg S, they have the restricts to its users. So not all the users can be qualified users to hold Trucpal token. So, but for our users in China, most of them maybe China, they don't have the rights to directly hold Trucpal token. So that's but they make contributions to the network. They also need to share profits and share the all the things that they need to gain from the platform. So I think a utility token, which means we design a ERC20 token. It's called Trucpal, and for them, we remain the 50%, which is 0.5 billion tokens, Trucpal tokens in maybe custodian address or account. And when our users, they make contributions in the platform, they got truck points, and they can redeem their truck points into the Trucpal token. And the Trucpal token is, it's a ERC20, it's free to transfer and trade. So yeah, it will be a secondary market there. They can do whatever they want there. And once they want, they can get some profits there. And also, if someone who is qualified to hold the Trucpal token wants to get more Trucpal tokens from the market, they also can buy, collect the Trucpal tokens from their users and use just like DEX, such as Uniswap, or we will build one for them to convert the Trucpal tokens they collect from market into Trucpal token.
Nice.
Yeah, they're illegitimate users. They can get as much as they want.
That's cool. I like that, and this is I feel very passionately that utility tokens, crypto, DAO, governance tokens, NFTs, security tokens, they can all exist because they are different assets.
Yeah, definitely.
You're pointing on that, and I totally agree that a utility token is to be used kind of as a means of payment and just kind of inside the ecosystem as points and those kinds of light rewards. And then I like you have a security token that also has the revenue. And so depending on which investor, what they want, what they're looking for from a flexibility perspective or regulation, all those different pieces, I like that you've done both, because I think some people try to make it one or the other, and it doesn't have to be that way. It can be both in a lot of ways, and that's exciting.
Yeah, and to be honest, if you design them into one token, it will cost you a lot of trouble from the, like SEC.
It doesn't work.
So it's better that it's like, I think this design is really amazing. It's not a very big tech innovation, but the idea behind it is really suits what people needs in the security token market.
I totally agree. And we're excited to work with you guys and to travel. Once you hit secondary markets, we'll be tracking your prices as it moves on the market. And we'll be making sure that our reports cover it, and we have all the coverage in the world. I think that, thank you so much for coming on again. This has been a fantastic interview. We've covered a lot of the things on my mind to get a good idea. This is maybe just the first of many interviews that you and I will have. I feel like this has been a great time. In terms of how people can stay in touch with you, learn a little bit more about Trucpal, what you're building, where can we find you? Where can we learn more? What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, thank you. So, for now that we operate the main platforms that we use is like Twitter or our Telegram group. So I think it's better that you're interested in Trucpal, you're interested in the like business and the revenue that we can share. You can follow us on our Twitter and join our Telegram group. So our Twitter is the same name with the project is @Trucpal. And our Telegram is t.me/Trucpal community.
Great. So we'll include those links in the description. Anybody watching, but remember that's TRUCPAL. Trucpal is what they are on Twitter, and you can follow them there. Obviously, we all know crypto Twitter is the main source of communication. I'm happy to see you guys are that way. And I guess to wrap it up, Vincent, anything else that you think you wanted to highlight or cover we didn't get to talk about on today's interview?
Okay, so I think maybe just one thing that I want to highlight is excellent the transaction volume that I have mentioned. That the new Trucpal app is designed in early 2021, so which was around a year ago. So we start from like a zero transaction, and for now, like it's over 100 million. Wow. Transaction volumes there. So and especially in this like this few months, we see that the curve at the very beginning maybe it's a little bit flat, but now it's increasing really sharply. It goes like just like for this month, for last month in January, the total transaction volume is already over 20 million, which is like a very big transaction volumes in the platform. So I think that was a very exciting thing that we're facing, which means that proves what Trucpal is doing is right. The market is, the data shows that this business. And about this data, we were also shown, to exhibit these informations to our users in this year.
Great. That's exciting. I'm happy to see that the growth is happening, and I'm sure it's only going to continue as this product launches. One more time, when is the public sale for your security token? When are you planning to launch that for interested investors?
The public sale, for now, haven't started yet. Right. We are, we're
coming soon.
We have a really good talk with, those famous security exchanges, but I cannot tell for now. But I think, like in the next month or two, that users can just buy directly from the exchanges. For now, you also have a way to get access to our a kind of a collection about how if you want to invest in Trucpal token on our website. If you're interested, you can go to our website, find the investor page, and you can fill out the forms to tell us that where are you from and how you want to invest, how much you want to invest.
All the information in the link in the description. Go to their website, check it out, people. They're doing some amazing things. Vincent, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to doing this again, hopefully closer once you guys launch. Best of luck wrapping that process up. I certainly know that there's quite a few things that go into it from the compliance side to make sure that everything's good to go and you've crossed every T, dotted every I, and are good to go. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you, Kyle. Thank you as Secretary Market team.